Page 84, more about triads and primary chords in A minor. I'm devoting a whole video to this page. Normally I wouldn't do that, but there's so much to talk about that I'm going to go ahead and devote a whole video to this page. I don't know how helpful it's going to be to you or how much you're interested in it. I'm going to cover it because there will be some viewers in these videos who do want to know. You can find all kinds of videos on YouTube that teach theory and lessons, and typically I would not teach this kind of stuff in my videos. This isn't the purpose of this channel. This is not a music theory channel. It's been too many years since I've had music theory, although a lot of it's coming back in the process of doing these videos. But for this, because this book puts so much emphasis on this sort of thing and it's a little tricky, I'm devoting a whole video to page 84. So that's what more about triads and the primary chords for A minor, all of that is combined into this video. Now the things about this page 84, the things it's showing you, we're in the key of A minor, but these things apply to any key. The same rules, the same pattern type stuff. So I can take any of this in A minor and I can apply it to G major. It all applies. It just takes a little time to get accustomed to it. At the top of the page they talk about triads. A triad, if you'll remember, is a three-note chord. Any three-note chord. Tri means three, as in tricycle and triplane and tri-a-lot type, whatever. In the examples, we generally stick to the white keys, and C major is all white keys, so we use C major as a C chord, as a triad. But I can go up and down the keyboard in triads. Now they're getting into what makes up a triad. How it's technically constructed. Ugh. Different ways of looking at it. We've had intervals, I hope, by now, and you know what a third is. There's a note in between. Well, if I take a third here, and I take another third from that point on, I get the triad. So it's two intervals of a third stacked on each other. Another way of looking at it is, you know what a fifth is, the interval of a fifth? Well, it's a third and a fifth. A third here and a fifth here together. That's a triad. There's different ways of looking at the same object. Well, you have major and minor triads. Well, we have major and minor thirds. Isn't this wonderful? You know what a half step is? The closest distance between two notes. I have not had enough coffee this morning for this, but I'm working on it. The most reliable method that works every single time without fail is simply to know how many half steps are in that interval. Well, in a major third, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 half steps make up a major third. That's anywhere. I can start on any key. If I go up 4 half steps, I'm going to get a major third. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a major third. It works every time. A minor third is one less. So instead of 4 half steps, it's 3 half steps. It's just a half step short. It can be go down one here or go up one here. Doesn't matter, it's still a minor third. Well, a major triad is made up of a major third and a minor third. That's triad. It's a major chord. If I take the middle note and lower it one, and I get that minor triad, that's the minor chord. So that is a minor third and a major third. You just switched them around. So if I use this pattern, a major third and a minor third, and I go up the keyboard like that, I'm going to get all major chords. Here, I'm going to go up 2 half steps or a whole step on each of these. So this goes up a whole step, this goes up a whole step, and this goes up a whole step. It's a major chord. And I can keep doing this all the way up. They're all major triads, all major chords. That's how it works. And it gets heavier than that, but you know how it is. Because we can have another note, we can put a seventh on there. And then you have all kinds of more fun. Because the seventh can be a major third or a minor third on top. We get into that. When we're dealing with the 5/7 chord, we're usually dealing with the minor third. In most cases, in the 7th chord, they're going to use the minor third on top. Well, we're in the key of A minor, and we do the primary chords. So we have the 1 chord, and that's a triad built on the first step of the A minor scale, which is an A, so it's here. It's a minor chord because I have a minor third and a major third, and that makes up a minor triad. These are the notes in the key of A minor, by the way. Okay. 1 chord, built on the first step. Then the 4th chord is built on the 4th step of the scale, which is here, so it's here. It's another minor triad because it's a minor third and a major third. That's the 4 chord in A minor. We generally put the A on the bottom, it's here. So here and here. Then we have the 5/7 chord in A minor, which is built on the 5th step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we go here, and then we add the 7th. We're using the harmonic minor. Well, in the harmonic minor, we're going to take the 7th step, which is in this case the G. It's 1 less than 8. And we're going to raise it up a half step. We're going to use that instead. So in the 5/7 chord, we're actually using that, not that. And then we just put the E on top, so it's here. And then we leave out the B because you don't have to use all the notes. And that's the chord you're seeing most of the time. Sometimes they leave out the G and they just use that. So those are the primary chords: 1 chord, 4 chord, 5/7 chord, 1 chord. And it is important for you to know the primary chords in a key. In both hands, just learn them. Just learn them. Whether or not you understand all the intricate theory behind how they're put together, I'll leave that up to you. But you need to know these chords. And I'd like you to understand a little bit of the symbols you're seeing too. You want to understand all this. So take a look on page 84. Toward the bottom, not all the way down, but toward where it says the primary chords in A minor, and they give you this mess going up the staff where it starts down here with an A chord, and then it's got a 2, 3, and then the 4 chord, and then the 5/7 chord. We've been through this already. And then the 6th, and then the 7th raised a half a step because it's harmonic minor. And then the 8, okay. Well, underneath all of that, they also have these other things going on. Back at the beginning is this A minor chord. In parentheses is a capital A and a little m. That is the abbreviation for A minor. Major, we use a capital M, well, should. And for minor, we use a little m. So it's a capital A for the chord, A. And a little m indicates minor. So by looking at that AM, that tells you it's A minor. You'll see that in music. The chord symbols above the staff, when you see them sometimes, that's what will show, an A with a little m, A minor. We'll go to the 4th chord, the D minor. It's a capital D for the D chord, but then the little m indicates minor. If it were a big M, it would be major. Although most of the time with major we just don't say anything, and it's automatically implied it's major. If it doesn't say anything, it's major. So in minor we have to say something, so they use a little lowercase m, and that's D minor. And then the 5/7 chord is just the 5/7 chord. That's it. And it's a major chord. This is a major triad. So you don't need a little, it's not a minor triad. That's a minor triad. This is a major triad. And then they add the 7th. So it's just a 5/7 or an E7. E chord. This is an E chord with the 7th added. An E7 chord. You'll see these things in the music, and I just want you to understand what they mean. Because at the bottom you see those symbols above the staff. Those are the chords. So a guitar player sees this and they improvise on those chords. The chord, the symbol, tells you the notes to play. Basically, it's just up to you to decide what pattern you want to play them in, or what rhythm you want to play them in, or whatever.